All right, you guys know me. I like authentic stuff. I like no script stuff. I like serious stuff. And I'm just going to be transparent with all of you. I reached out to Dehancer and I just was curious. I wanted to test the product. I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting much. I thought Dehancer was a gimmick product. I thought that everyone that was raving about it, based off of them being unsophisticated, I didn't really want to pay much attention to it. It just seemed like something that was like a meme. I don't know how to put it. I was like, whatever. But that curiosity got the best of me because I was looking at some footage that somebody else graded and I was like, hey, this is pretty nice. Wow. Okay. I'll just go and check it out. So I reached out to Dehancer. They didn't pay me. They just gave me a trial of the product. And I asked them, hey, if you let me use it for a little bit, can I go ahead and give my honest thoughts and give a review for everybody that watches my channel? And I'm a little bit more serious and like authentic. So I feel like my opinion is going to be a bit more grounded and it's going to help a lot of people that are on the fence about buying it, like me, because I'm a critic. It'll give them a lot more understanding and it might push them towards actually getting it because I actually am going to get it too. Also, I wanted to mention as well, I've been using it for about like 2 weeks. However, my experience has let me understand the product very well, very quickly because of how long I've been, grading for. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. What made this product stand out to me? Dehancer has a lot of processes going on inside of it that you can use, but the cool part is that a lot of them are non-destructive. What does non-destructive mean for those of you that don't know? It's adjustments that you make to your footage that don't completely break it in half and make it unusable. So when you use a product like this, you're more likely to spend your time being creative and not trying to patch up mistakes that you make along the way when you're trying to develop a color grade. Most of the film emulation that you see on social media as well as YouTube is going to be power grades and LUTs. Now, I don't have a lot of trust in those alternatives because the people that are selling them aren't scientists. They're not technical and they haven't worked in a film lab. Now, what I've noticed from Dehancer is that it takes you throughout the entire pipeline of a film development process inside of the plugin. It takes you down this really cool pipeline. It's negative, then the print, then the halation, and then the grain. But the way those things are processed is very, I'd say, almost photochemically correct. I'm not a person that shot on film at any point in my life for an extended period of time, but I'll tell you right now, it just looks really good. And that's what matters these days, because in the digital age that we're in, we can go ahead and bend reality to look however we want it. Now, here's the two big pain points it solves. And this is another cool part about Dehancer. It's very friendly to new people and it's friendly to professionals like me. So if you're new to color grading and you're a beginner, right? Dehancer is more like training wheels because you can use it as an entire workflow. You can put your entire workflow into this plugin. It's color space aware and it's aware of color spaces from different cameras. You can actually put your entire look development process into this plugin and that's completely fine. Like I said, it's a lot of non-destructive tools working with each other. It also trains your eyes because the looks that come out of the plugin look pretty nice. And if you don't know what a film negative looks like and you don't know what the final print looks like once you've applied it to the negative, Dehancer kind of holds your hand and leads you through the process that not a lot of sophisticated people, even on YouTube, even discuss when it comes to this stuff. So I'd say if you want to learn from a technical perspective what film looks like when replicated onto a digital format, this is probably the way to go. It isn't some YouTuber peddling their cinematic presets and saying, hey, buy my stuff because it looks cinematic, and they don't know what cinematic is and they don't know what real film looks like and all this stuff. It's just like I said, it's ironic because I thought this thing was a gimmick and it ended up not being a gimmick and it ended up making all the other stuff look very gimmicky. So good on you guys at Dehancer. Awesome. And now for the second pain point for professionals. So this actual plugin, you won't end up using it as an entire color grading suite. You'll actually integrate it into your workflow. And the way I've integrated it into my workflow is I'll develop a look and I can ship that out as a LUT and use it for later. There's plenty of looks that come in Dehancer as far as the film negatives and the final prints, and you can mix and match all of them and you can tune them to your liking, which is nice. And I'll give you an example. For instance, I use a specific print called Agfa Color 100, something like that. I put it on the finalized print of Kodak Endura glossy paper. That's just what I like. Now, what I do is I develop the look myself, and I don't like the way the actual film looks right out of the box. I tend to cool it off a little bit, and then I export it into a LUT, and then I just save it for future workflows. If I'm in lighting similar to the lighting I'm sitting in right now, I just slap it on and I'm good. And if I want to create more looks, I could go right back into Dehancer. And I also can use Dehancer at the end of my workflow to put the halation and grain that I want. And there's plenty of options there as well. Now, here's why I think it's a safe investment for people that are both experienced and new. It sits in this perfect middle ground because it sits above all the stuff that's gimmicky and memey and stupid and not worth your money, right? It sits at the top. It's actually like the door leading into serious color grading. And it's not as expensive as something like Filmbox or Genesis. It's a lot more accessible to just the general public. It is a little bit pricey, but they do offer subscription plans. So if you don't have all the money straight up, you can subscribe and get cracking, dude. Start making stuff. And to my understanding, it's built by people who understand film. And I went and looked at all of the film stocks, like that were actually shot on either photos or film from back in the day. And I won't say it's exactly perfect, because making it exactly perfect replicated digitally is actually very difficult. What I will say is that it's definitely impressive. For those of you that want the film aesthetic, it's A1. Perfect. And this actually matters because a lot of the assets these days as creators, they're made by people who aren't engineers. Yes, we do the videography, we do the photography, we do the boots on the ground work. We understand the machines we're using, but we aren't scientists. Most of us don't understand the math. And for instance, I'll give you guys an example. I don't make DCTLs. The people who make DCTLs are really smart and know how to code, and they make great color grading assets. They might not shoot, but I'd rather trust a scientist that makes those specific plugins for someone like me than somebody who's coming from my side and attempts to do it not as an expert. And the reason that matters is because the stuff that engineers make stands the test of time. And if you don't believe me, just look at Kodak film stock and Fuji film stock. We're still both chasing those looks to this day. Going into the flexibility and future-proofing, the actual plugin itself, like I said, is color space aware. And that just makes it perfect for someone who works in DaVinci like me, because it could work with any type of pipeline. This thing can be used for your entire look development pipeline if you're a beginner. And it also works in wide gamut workflows, and it understands the majority of cameras that are on the market currently. Like I'm shooting on an A6700 right now. If I wanted to, I could just plug in that I have this camera, the A6700, and I shoot an S-Gamut 3 Cine, and Dehancer will just do the rest. Also, in the middle of this, I wanted to give you guys a special tip. If you do get the plugin, I totally recommend that you adhere or stick to a film stock that you like, and then use that to learn. Look into the history, look into basically everything that the film stock was used for, when and how and why it was used, learn its strengths, learn its weaknesses. And you're not just learning color grading like in front of the computer, you're learning film development on the back end, and that understanding and training your eyes really does pay dividends in the future, because you'll start seeing patterns and you'll know how to integrate which film stocks with what workflows and what looks best with whichever, And I know it sounds really vague when I say it like this, but it's one of those things where a lot of information is floating really far from each other, and your brain's pulling it in and centralizing all of it and seeing how everything really meshes together and works a certain way. Like with Agfa Color 100. I just like the way it looks. I knew nothing about it. It's the first thing I saw when I opened up the plugin. I'm still using it. I'm still figuring out where I can use it, when's the best time to use it, how to use it. Once I got comfortable with that, I'm just like, okay, do I want to warm it up? Do I want to cool it down? How do I want this final look that I'm integrating into the rest of my process to really take root? And that's how you train your eye. You don't copy anybody. You adopt your own identity through your choice selection and your creativity, and you master that. Circling back, we're in a digital era and we can make whatever we want out of what we film, and there's a lot of mistakes that we can cover up. But I do think getting the film look and Having the film look in the back of your pocket, understanding the roots of how all of this came to be, really does massively benefit you, like I said before. It makes your work look like it has taste and intention. And that's fantastic because we're just immersed and saturated in all of this buy my LUT, buy my creative assets type of culture we have right now. The market's saturated with garbage. Closing final thoughts and feedback for Dehancer. Put them on some notes. I don't really see Dehancer as a cheat code or a gimmick. This is more like a compass, and once you learn to navigate with it, your grading becomes intentional. You'll start creating looks instead of copying them. And whether you're brand new or a professional like me, there's always something here for you. Constructive feedback time. This is my honest critique. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to give Dehancer some honest feedback because nothing is perfect. The only real issue I've had with the plugin is the processing load. Dehancer is doing a ton under the hood, simulating negatives, prints, grain, halation, bloom, color science, and all of this is being done non-destructively. Because of all of that, it does hit your system harder than most plugins. If the team somehow finds a way to streamline that or optimize the GPU load better, this would easily be a 10 out of 10 plugin. It's not a deal breaker, it's just something that I can see that can be improved with the way it is right now. And that's it for my video, And I think in the next video, I'm going to be giving a overarching tutorial / demo showcase of the product itself and try and describe what each and everything in it is doing, not show you how to use it idealistically from how I use it, but how you can use it creatively on your end. So if anybody is wondering or on the fence about how this thing works and there's something I didn't mention or failed to mention in this video, feel free to reach out to my Instagram or just type in the YouTube comments. But I think that about does it. And Dehancer is fantastic, and I'm glad that I went ahead and was curious. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later.